Yo, it's Swiggy.
Alright, so today, some of y'all may want to fight me. Because what if I told you that almost everything happening in JJK right now is Toji's fault? Now, I'm not saying everything is his fault, but he definitely top 5 reasons for why everything is going crazy. Now, before y'all run to the comments, I just need y'all to hear me out on this, because only the biggest of brains will understand where I'm coming from. And subscribing will tell me if you want more videos like this. So, let's start it. Now, to understand where everything began, we have to go back to when these two were teenagers. So Gojo and Geto are given a mission to escort the Star Plasma Vessel because Tengen done basically got too old and everything could go bad. So they head to where the Star Plasma Vessel lives, and these assassins called the Q are already trying to kill her. So one of them run up on Gojo, and Gojo says, alright, but just one condition. When I beat your ass, don't start crying like a little bitch. And watching all of this is none other than the demon himself, Toji Fushiguro, and he puts a bounty on Riko's head for 48 hours just to wear down Gojo, who, mind you, can't even shoot hollow purple yet. So Geto and Gojo beat these niggas' ass and meet one of the few people who have ever hit Gojo, Riko. So they find out that they can't go back to Jujutsu Kaisen just yet because Tengen ordered them to let Riko basically do whatever she wants because it's her last few days anyway. And this girl wants to go to school.
I beg your pardon?
So they're at the school, and these goons from the Star religious group show up trying to capture Riko because of the bounty that Toji put up. And one of them runs into Geto. Now, let's take a moment and witness one of the most disrespectful moments in anime history, because the old man tried to sneak Geto and immediately gets off screen. I mean, the dude starts having flashbacks of the dog that he spent his life with, like Jogo was having a moment with Hanami and Dagon when Sukuna off-screened him. So Gojo busts into Riko's choir class, and boy, them girls was ready to risk it all. Gojo took off the shade and started hitting them with the come get it pose, and even the teacher was rolling up handing out her phone number. Now, I want y'all to take into account that Gojo was just 16 pulling a grown-ass woman. So Gojo, I guess, pulls in Riko because he damn sure ain't holding her, and gets chased by this paper bag wearing dude who can clone himself, and then straight up washes him. I mean, I looked up and they were standing on the roof, and the next thing I know, Gojo was smacking them without touching them. And after this is when we find out a running theme in the first few episodes, and that is niggas getting off screen, because the maid looking girl gets captured, and the very next episode they're on a beach playing with a sea cucumber. So Geto notices that Gojo ain't slept or dropped his curse technique, and they finally end up heading back to Jujutsu Kaisen. But remember how I said Riko was one of the few people that actually hit Gojo? Well, that's because Toji was the other one, because he sneaks Gojo, and for the first time I saw the nigga who can't be touched shed blood. So Gojo starts fighting Toji and realizes that he doesn't have curse energy, so he can't sense him. And that's when Gojo blows up a chunk of the school. I know it's a dude somewhere that came back like, hey, where the fuck is my door? Now, what we witnessed after this was the beginning of how Toji messed everything up, because he slices Gojo and then stabs him right in the head, leaving him for dead. So Geto and Riko are down at Tengen's, and Geto tells Riko, we could just go back right now. I mean, yeah, Tengen gonna go crazy, but I mean, fuck it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of when Geto starts to snap, because Riko starts getting happy and crying, and everybody was watching me so happy for her because she could finally go live. We can't have shit. Hey, what happened to that maid? So Geto looks over at Toji and says, how are you here? And Toji said, because I killed your weak ass friend. So Geto snaps and starts fighting Toji, but Toji is just slicing up all of his curse spirits and looking like he having the time of his life. I mean, just look at how this nigga is jumping around with a smile on his face. Now, if I'm Geto, if I see somebody killing all of my strong ass curse spirits, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. But that ain't what happened, because Geto tries to absorb the curse spirit that Toji had on him, and that's when Toji puts Geto into the blender and kicks this nigga into next week. So Toji walks over Geto's unconscious body and says, I ain't gonna kill you how I did your homeboy, but just remember, you lost to a fucking monkey. And then kicks Geto's unconscious head. Nigga, you won. Damn. So Toji delivers Riko's dead body to the Star religious group, and as he's leaving, he sees the ghost of I'm about to beat your ass, Gojo. Turns out that Toji should have gone for the head because Gojo learned reverse curse technique, and now this nigga is a monster. So Toji tries to run up on Gojo but gets blasted with red, and that's when his stomach starts to fall in his ass because he senses something is off, but he tries to tough his way through it. Little does he know, Gojo done learned the new trick, and that's putting colors together. Cause when you put red and blue together, Toji turns into a human croissant. Now cut to Geto, cause he done finally woke up after getting smacked by Toji. And remember how I said this is the beginning of Geto starting to snap? Well, Geto gets to the Star Religious headquarters and sees Gojo walking with Rico's dead body. And the Star Religious followers are just clapping in the background, cause Rico is dead. And Gojo asks Geto, should I just kill all these niggas? I mean, the way I'm feeling, I probably could. And Geto is shook. But I don't think we knew just how shook this nigga was, because fast forward a year later and my boy looking sick. I mean, he having a whole midlife crisis as a teenager. He is going the fuck through it. So Geto meets Yuki, and she's basically talking about how she wants to rid the world of curses. And this is when I knew that Geto had snapped, because Geto says, or we could just kill all the non-sorcerers.
What did he say?
Now at first, I didn't think he was serious, but Geto goes to a village and sees two girls locked up, and their village is basically blaming them for the curses that came on the village. And that's when we saw just how much Toji had made this man snap, because my boy burns everything to the goddamn ground. So Gojo is ordered to kill Geto, but of course he can't kill his best friend. And so as Geto is getting ready to walk off, he asks Gojo, are you a bitch cause you Satoru Gojo, or are you Satoru Gojo cause you a bitch? And that was the beginning of how his run-in with Toji turned him into a cold-blooded killer. Now Toji isn't in this part, but this is a result of the last part. Alright, so boom. Everyone is at the night parade of 1,000 demons, and that's when Gojo notices that Geto isn't there. So of course, that's gotta mean he at the school trying to get Yuta. So Gojo sends Inumaki and Panda to help Yuta and Maki, but just as he's about to go over there himself, this nigga Miguel is trying to run the hands. But what Miguel don't know is he would rather get jumped than deal with Gojo, cause Gojo starts whooping his ass. And then got so bad that even I started begging for Gojo to stop, because he hit Miguel with the meanest 2-piece with fries, add a biscuit and some chips, cause you a bitch. Good lord. So then we come back to Yuta, and Yuta is running Geto's fade so bad that he ends up half dead on the side of the street. And that's when Gojo finally pulls up on Geto and pops his cherry. But this is where Gojo messed up, because my boy didn't properly get rid of the monkey-hating body. And now that leads us to Shibuya. So Jogo and Hanami done ran up on Gojo in the subway, and they basically got the big chest syndrome because they're using domain amplification. So Gojo done had enough of them and says, hey, Flower Boy, this is my 3rd time seeing you, right? I'm gonna make sure we don't get to 4. So Gojo walks up on him, and they immediately try to jump him, but Gojo starts going crazy. And I wanna ask, why was he so excited to grab Jogo's arm like this? Do they got something going on that I don't know about? So Gojo kicks Hanami and then yeets Jogo ass across the station. And that's when Hanami starts thinking they smart, because he uses his curse technique, and just look at the face Gojo makes. I have never seen anyone get this excited about beating somebody's ass in the anime, because you can see every last one of Gojo's teeth. So Gojo jumps on Hanami and rips the roots right out of him. And what's crazy is Hanami tries to run back up on Gojo with Choco. But that's when Gojo starts flexing on Hanami and beats his ass by just walking up on him. No punches, no kicks, just walking with a smile on his damn face. Whole time Hanami looking like they on a roller coaster ride. And that's when Gojo pops this nigga like a grape. Now viewer, what do you think Jogo is about to do after seeing his homie get popped against the wall without a punch being thrown? Because that man put the jets on, because he was not about to 1v1 Gojo. So Mahito shows up, and it seems like whenever Jogo is around his friends, his chest start getting real puffed up, because they started playing my boy weak again. And that's when Gojo hit them with the everybody freeze. And then, wait, I need some good music for this part, hold up. Gojo starts blitzing all of the transfigured humans, popping their heads off one by one. And the whole time, these niggas are in La La Land as Gojo is rolling around at the speed of sound. So Gojo finishes wiping out all of the transfigured humans, and my boy is spent. And this is where he fucked up, because this big eye wall thing springs up, and right behind it is Geto. But it's not really Geto, because Gojo didn't properly dispose of the body after he killed Geto, and because of that, this brain thing has taken over his body and seals our boy. And I just want to say, if Toji wouldn't have done this, and this, then this probably wouldn't have happened. Which leads us to the last thing that's kinda his fault, and that is... Now, I just want to say, this ain't entirely Toji's fault, but him stabbing Megumi kinda caused this, because ain't no way Haruto about to sneak a fully capable Megumi. So Megumi just got done fighting Toji, and Toji just showed why he's his father after he stabs this nigga in his side. And that's when Haruto's annoying ass walks up and slashes Megumi. But what Haruto didn't know is that when Megumi is at death's door, he ain't afraid to open it and take it right through it with him, because he finally summons Mahoraga, and my boy Sukuna is intrigued. So Sukuna pulls up and saves Megumi's life and realizes that in order to make sure Megumi doesn't die, he gotta run Mahoraga's pockets. So Sukuna starts fighting Mahoraga, and off the rip, I knew this fight would be good because one hit from Mahoraga was shattering windows. Then they hit each other into separate buildings, and my boy Sukuna walks out with a Coke and some popcorn. And I just want to ask, who was in that building that made him some Coke and popcorn? Was somebody in there and said, hey, welcome to this random ass building where we serve Coke and popcorn, may I take your order? So Sukuna spits out the popcorn because it tastes like trash and then casually slashes the fuck out of Mahoraga. Now listen, this fight was the product of the sweatshop that Mappa is over there running apparently, but with the limited amount of time they had to put this together, top 5 anime fights of the year. No lie. My only question is, where the fuck did the plane come from? So Sukuna realizes that Mahoraga's curse technique is adaptation, and the only way to finish him off is to basically wipe him out. But his version of wiping Mahoraga out involved wiping out an entire fucking block. So after Sukuna takes out Mahoraga and everybody trying to enjoy their Halloween, he switches back to Yuji and basically says, enjoy the view, fuck nigga. And this was the beginning of Yuji starting to turn into a monster. But we won't fully see that for a little minute. Also, keep in mind, this fight probably doesn't happen if Toji doesn't fight Megumi. But Megumi probably would have gotten destroyed by Jogo, so it's a win, I guess. And that's the end of the video. Toji ain't the only person I blame for what's happening right now, but he is definitely in the top 5 for people I blame all of this on. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoyed the video, and if you want to support the channel even more, check out the Patreon where I am going to begin dropping these videos a day before they're released. All right, anyway, roll my outro.